Hello again, and welcome to another new game on the channel. And this one is Ships at Sea. So we're just finalising a new game here. We're a company called Blue Horizon Shipping. Now at the moment there's not a lot you can edit and change. It is still an early access game, but it is a really good game. I'll just quieten it down for now. I've got, let me think, 88 hours or so on this game. I had to just look at my Steam because I couldn't remember. So I've done a fair bit. I've got another profile that I've been pottering about on. I've managed to make it up to quite a high level. So we'll create this game. It does have multiplayer, but I don't use that, so I can't advise on how that works. The tutorial, there is no such thing at the moment. You can't change your starting tier. At the moment, I think that, yeah, there's 4 tiers. At the moment, only 2 are implemented. Tier 1, Tier 2. Tier 3 is coming in update 0.8, which is going to have Tier 3 ships. And then that's sometime, I'm assuming it's going to be sometime in the next couple of months from what I'm seeing on the roadmap. I'll include a link to the roadmap in the description of the game. Description of the playlist, I should say. So we'll just load this up. Now I've set the waves 25% normal and 100% in a storm. Now this is where we start in Rost. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, even though I actually have I have got Norwegian blood, but I've got Norwegian relatives. And that's the ship you start with, or the boat you start with, a little rowboat. But you also start with 50,000 kroner. So if we come into the shipyard here, you can see that's the little bitty thing that you're given to start with. The Romeo. Oh dear Lord. Now, yeah, when I first played this game, there was a tutorial when it was very first released, and you started out using this and doing jigger fishing and stuff like that, and it was, I hate the rowboat, it's crap. So we'll come into here, we'll come to boats. These are the boats we currently have available. So we have a tier 1, a tier 2 for shipping, a tier 1 and a tier 2 for fishing, and a tier 1, tier 2 for service. Now these are obviously very expensive, well out of reach. The fishing boats, again, way out of reach. And I did drop one on another profile I was on, and I had about 140,000 kroner. Great. Bought the fishing boat, bought the kit for it, the long line, rigged it with long line. Went and bought the lines, went and bought the bait. I had about 500 kroner left. And then found out it was completely the wrong damn season. So you have to pay attention to that. It's in the help menu. Now, because we have 50,000, this costs us 45,000 kroner. So we're going to go for this one. I always do that because I'm an idiot. There we go. Thank you. I was wondering if it was ever going to bloody change. Stupid thing. Now, what I always change the name, even though I know from having worked at sea it's very, very bad luck to change the name of the ship when you first buy it. But to my mind, because roster, you buy them and they're all called roster. So in my head, well, fine, that's the model. That's the model name. It's the roster. The model name of the Tier 2 is Dr. Phil. So I'm not actually changing its name. I'm giving it a name. I'm naming the boat. We've got loads of upgrades we can go through. Our throttle is a weird one. Standard, purely cosmetic. Mariner, purely cosmetic. Red, purely cosmetic. Black actually has something to do. It actually does something. So it's kind of weird. The steering, these are all just cosmetics. Okay, so you can get them when you've got loads of money and you don't give a damn anymore. Propellers are not exactly what you'd call cheap, but they're not really expensive and they are pretty damn good. Now we come to the really expensive stuff, the engine. And it's not, I mean, it goes from an 86 to a 95, so you're getting 9 extra horsepower for 30 grand. Then you're getting up to 115 if you want to pay 70. Then you're getting up to 145. So we're not a million miles away from doubling our horsepower. But that is really expensive. 105,000 krona. Again, the internal fuel tank is pretty expensive, but very, very useful. And I have boo-booed with that myself in the past. By buying it, I think I bought the 60,000, the 2,000 litre one. And I was like, hold on, I've bought it, why is my fuel so low? And then realised I hadn't installed the damn thing. So we'll be going through that as we move on, okay? You can put an external fuel tank. It's kind of pointless because that's more really for service, because you fill that external fuel tank. It's not for the boat. Oh no. You take the fuel that's in that external fuel tank and you take it to various places around the map where they have fuel and you can refill them. And a small smolt tank, that's if you have a fish farm. Fish farms are dotted all around the map. This is the map, and here's the fish farm. As you can see, they're 500,000 each. It is quite a large map. Okay, we have Scumbear here. I know I'm going to absolutely massacre the names, so I'm going to probably shut up with the names and just let them speak for themselves. But you come all the way up here, and it is a long way. This is your most northerly spot, which I assume is pronounced as it's spelled, Moscom. Turst Hammer something. Mastad, Vervoy. I know, I said I wasn't going to do it, and I did, because I'm an idiot. These are your fish habitats, which are great when you get your fishing boat and you're in the correct season. Here you've got these 4 harbours here that you can deliver between. Obviously these are where you can refuel. Some have masses of fuel, some have only a little. I haven't yet had a problem with getting fuel, but I assume if you're in multiplayer that could be a bit of a niggle and a bit of an issue. So we'll leave the shipyard. There we go. There's our nice new cargo boat. So now this is the shop, and in the shop you've got tools, you've got flashlights, you've got parts, you've got barriers. When I was saying about smolt, smolt is for the fry, basically the fish fry, the babies. Fish food, again for the fish farms, I'm assuming. You all start out with a handheld radio. That's to get you out of trouble, get you towed. These are the things you can buy. So if you're going to net fishing, you're going to need that. If you're going to long line fishing, you're going to need that. A jigger is just, it's basically a rod and line without the rod. They're horrible things to use in the real world, let alone in the game. Binoculars, I'm assuming they're going to be increasing those, the variations on it. And a power drone. We already start with the power drone. You also have a flashlight, which I keep meaning to buy and I never do. This is basically goes on your fishing gear, so you've always got the ping, so you can find it. And these are your parts. The only part when you're on the cargo boat you'll ever need is the fuse, but I think that only really affects you if you're on the larger boat, tier 2. These two, the engine and the rotor, they're for the fish farms, and the light bulbs are basically if you're in service and you're going to fix a sea marker. No doubt we'll see one as we go through. So you come to the office, which is here. Now it says there, to earn XP, activate missions in your logbook under the company tab. So if we come to the company, general missions boats. Okay, so missions, active, completed. They will come up there. Now if you don't have it selected, it's extremely annoying, and I didn't realise this. If you have it and it's not, you have the cargo on the boat and you haven't selected it, you get the money, but you don't get the XP. So when we get into later jobs, I've just completed one on my other profile, my personal profile, that I just have been having to play because I love the game. And I had to see if I can remember now. In fact, I've got a little notebook. So I ended up taking to 5 different harbours. Okay, I went to Karoya, which is here. And again, I'm really sorry for the massacring of the names. Vedoya, which is here. Then from there to Skrumvar, which is all the way down here, the very base of that. Then we went all the way up here to Mastad. And then to Bayway. Okay? And I had to note down what they were, prices, XP, the lot, so I knew, and I had to stack them in a certain way. Basically, the first place we're going to, stack them there. Or sorry, the last place we're going to at the back of the boat and move forward. Because otherwise, I'd have been completely screwed. I wouldn't have known what we were doing, where we were going to. I'd have missed out on all that lovely XP. There's also progression. Okay, you get, as you can see, I've got an amateur certificate, class 1. We have done 76.8 feet. Interesting. We need 81 miles, nautical miles, to change to get the next certificate, which is tier 2, or level 2. And you need level 2 to be able to own and operate a tier 2 boat. Going to boats here. Oh, that's the tier 1, there's the tier 2. See, it comes up there, needs certificate. This needs certificate number 2. When they implement the tier 3, you'll need 3, and when they implement the tier 4, which will likely be the end of this year, possibly the beginning of next, that will require the tier 4 skipper's license, which takes about 320 nautical miles, I think. So, it's nice. You've got progression. Now, one thing I've been seeing on the roadmap, I'll just go to it now. Dum 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 dum. We are going to get, well, we're getting tier 3 boats this year, tier 4 boats the end of this year, and tier 5 boats in 2026. And tier 5, you're going to have container ships, which are sort of 50 meters in length. Now, hopefully I can get the roadmap from the website, just to put up here for a few seconds, just so you can have a quick look at it. Now there is another thing as well, and it comes up here. Complete active missions before exiting the game to prevent losing progress. Save games are still a work in progress, and they are. They're still working on them. They work. They do save your game. But if you already have a delivery, say we've taken this one today, we then save and think, right, I'll do that when I come back from work. Go to work, come back, start the game up again. Oh dear, you've lost it. That the mission goes. The mission's killed off. Okay. Now, roast around here. We can't operate these at the moment. We need the small crane operator skill, which you can get. These are larger cranes, and these are actually not usable at the moment. These again will be coming in the next update, as far as I know. Where are we? Yes. Is this it? Nope. So it's amazing, really. I've got loads of hours on this game and I don't know where anything is. Okay, here we are. So here we have the fishery. This is for when you have fishing boats. You can sell your fish. It doesn't tell you how much you get for cod, haddock, pollock, halibut, all that sort of stuff. But you can purchase your bait, 5 kilo, 10 kilo, 20 kilo. So krill is redfish, herring is halibut, mackerel is haddock, shrimp is cod, crab is pollock, and pollock is catfish. You can also purchase your gear here. You can go all the way up to 2,500 hooks. You can buy your net fishing gear. Now, at some point during this series, we will be doing that. We will be going to fishing. But my first goal with this is to take the MS, what the hell did I call it? The MS Merchant Tide and upgrade it. So put the best engine, the best prop, the best throttle. Then the next goal from that is to get 950,000 krona so we can buy the bigger boat. Now by the time we get 950,000 krona, oh good lord, we are going to be easily at tier 3. But because they haven't implemented tier 3 yet, we'll just keep working. We'll get the upgrade for this boat, then we'll get the next boat, the Dr. Phil. Then from there, we'll move into the fishing. Now, I've never done fishing apart from a little bit of jigger fishing when this game first came out. So that's going to be very interesting, because it's going to be something I have no experience at, so I'm probably going to make a complete dog's dinner of it, because that's kind of my skill. So I'm going to take a few jobs. We can't take medium. This boat is only good for small and extra small. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential jobs. A cardboard box, 4 small boxes. This is kind of what they look like as well. 6 small crates. And 6 small crates. Now I'm looking at this and... Did we have another one to pay? I don't think we did. No. So these 6, 5. These 5 jobs are going to different places. So what I'm going to need to do is have a look at the map and plan our route. So we'll be planning our route very, very shortly, and I'll see you when we've done it. Okay, we've just got the last crate now to put on board. Excuse me. So, we've taken all of the small cargo jobs. So, here we are. And that I've just put there, that line of 6, that will be our first drop off. Okay, so we go to Gvaldsbeta, or however you pronounce it, with those 6 crates. Then we go to Lingvir with this box here. Then we go to Stavoya with the food boxes. Then we go to Mastad with those 6 crates, and then we go to Veyroy with that box that's hiding in the back there. Okay, now come back up very quickly. You see it's how long it's taken me, but there's no more small. As I say, the mediums we can't do. They just unfortunately will not fit on here. So, now I'm not sure on the boaty part, the watery part. I'm honestly not sure whether we're going to be time-lapsing or if we're going to be just basically jump cutting. It does take a long time to get bloody anywhere in this game. There's no real-time compression. So it can be an absolute pig to get anywhere. Especially when you're dealing with sort of 20... We're going to stick these on. Yes, these light switches do work, by the way. The wipers work. We have a searchlight. We have the work light, which is for the deck back there. We have our interior light, which is to light up in here. And we have our running lights, which you need. You need those by law, no matter where you are. And you'll see them there. You have the green on the right, and you have the red on the starboard. They, like I said, they are the legal requirement no matter where you are in the world. You have to have them on a boat. It's just, that is literally the way it is. So, Gvaldsbeta is here. So we'll set this as our active mission. What that will do, it puts up this little target here on the harbour. Now, we do have an autopilot. We do have an autopilot, but it's still in its early stages. For a short route like this, I don't tend to worry. So we'll get the engine going. As I say, I don't know. This may be a time lapse. This may be a jump cut. What you will see if it's a jump cut is me doing this, obviously, because I'm still bloody talking, I know. What you will see is if we have to jump cut, because obviously we've got the waves. If it's a bit iffy, we'll jump cut, because I don't want people watching these videos and hurling because they're feeling seasick. So if we do jump cut, then what I'll be doing is you'll be seeing me coming out of port, you'll see me coming into port. Those are the two most important parts. They're the most important moments with any boat. So I'll see you when we get to Gvaldsbeta. Okay, So we're just coming into Beta here. It's very misty actually. I haven't had it misty on this game before, so we're going to start slowing down. So I'm normally pretty good at this. Come on, pull your bloody thing. Pull your heart out. I've made a complete dog's dinner of this. You don't have to moor up totally accurately. So we're just gonna speed right down and we'll dock. And there we are. So now we'll turn the engine off. Yes, not the best bit of mooring I've ever done in my life, but yes. Right. And obviously, it shows you when you cursor over these where you want to be taking them. So now we'll just drop these off here. I can't remember how much they're paying us for this. But obviously money is a concern, but I also want the experience. Because the experience gives you skill points. And your skill points, really important, because you can, obviously it shows there our hull health. Well, you get the right skill points, you can repair that while you're at sea. Can't repair much. First skill point you put into repair will give you 10%? Yes, 10%. And then 2 points to get the second level, which is 20%, 3 points to get the third level, which is 30%. And that's as much as you can do. Oh, thank you very much. Nearly 10 grand, nearly 1,000 XP. We actually have a couple of unused points here. So, good opportunity to go through the points. These that are blacked out here, these are coming in during early access. So during 2025, they'll be coming in with the various updates. Eco driving, really handy because you use 10% less fuel, 20% less fuel, 30% less fuel. Inventory slots, which is personal, 1, 2, and 4 rather. And that's the only 2 you can have in general. Deckhand, moving faster, so you can walk faster. And again, pretty handy. Small crane operator. That is a skill we don't have to worry about now. We only have to worry about that when we get the medium cargo, so tier 2. We need $1 million for that anyway, or $1 million kroner. Medium and large cranes are not coming in yet. They're coming in later during early access, along with the others here, which is medic and deck cleaning. And that also increases your walking speed. Medic, that's when you're playing either multiplayer or after we come into the update with the crew. You can, you're a medic, you can help them out. Fishing, at the moment, these are all not happening. These are not happening. That is a really nice one, or it looks like it to me. Jigger, long line, net. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Engineer, this is the one we're looking at. Okay, so I want to put a point into repairing 10%. And that then opens up novice, which is 2 points. Advanced will then, once you get novice, you have basic electrician, faster repair, fire safety, to put out fires. Now, I've actually never had a fire, but, oiling, that's in New update, and that is brilliant. I mean, look at that. You will never have equipment wearing out. How good? How utterly good? When you consider that you spend 6 for fast repair and you get 9%. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put basic engineer and we're going to put basic electrician. Because things can go wrong. Electrical things, you know. So we'll check what we've got here. And that's very nice. We have a couple of cardboard boxes going to Leroy. So we'll take them. And what we'll do is we'll... There we are. Yes, you can... This is one thing I love. When this game first came out, you couldn't do this. You couldn't stack. You now can. And if you are too far away from the dock as well, you can basically jump onto the ship. Which, to be honest, to my mind is really fucking stupid, but... Oh, come on. This is because we have some waves and it's moving us backwards and forwards and it's being an arse. Okay, so that is our Valve Better done. I'll just rub that out. We're now going to Lingvir. Lingvir, where is it? There it is. Set. And that is this cardboard box here. These obviously... I don't mind putting the 2 on top, because even if I select the wrong one, it'll tell me. Oh no. Or it won't tell me, and that'll mean I know. Does that make any sense? Probably not. It's late at night. I've just had a fairly busy shift at work, and yeah, I'm a bit confuddled if I'm honest. Okay, so it's enough chuntering around and chatting and talking from me. So, as I say, we might time lapse some, but we'll probably jump cut most. So you'll get to see leaving port, coming into port, which is, let's be fair, the most interesting parts of any boating activity. I know myself because a friend of mine and myself used to run a small 27-foot cabin cruiser on the Norfolk Broads in the UK, and we used to take great delight in sitting and watching the holiday makers in their hire boats go sideways down the river. Which I must admit, you know, it's very easy to do because people don't realise it's tidal on the Norfolk Broads. But I would always encourage anybody to go there because it is extremely peaceful, extremely relaxed. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous place. So, one last thing to say, what we're pointing at over there right now, that is fuel. That is where we can refuel. It's one of many places. A lot of the small docks have fuel. Okay, so yeah, I will see you when we have docked in Lingvir. Okay, this hopefully this hopefully will be a better docking. Slow right down. It's giving me the opportunity to dock now. I'm not going to dock now. I'm going to move further in. Okay, we're a bit... Our arse is hanging out a little bit, but... There we go, that's better. There we go. That was better. Now, what I will probably begin to do got there? Nice. Is there'll be a little bit of talking at the start of each video, and then the rest of it will, to be honest, be jump cuts when we're in open water, and when we hit here, it'll be essentially a time lapse. I'm not going to make it so fast to make it unpleasant. I'll try not to. What's going to go? Ooh, look at that! Another cardboard box going to Veyroy. We've got a lot to go to Veyroy at the moment. Everybody wants to send their stock to Veyroy. Okay. So, like I say, we'll take this. We'll pop it on. Oh, please work. There we go. Any more for Veyroy, we'll probably shove them there. So that's Veyroy done. Our next is to Stavoya. Now, Stavoya. Where is Stavoya? Stavoya. Not a lot of money. Not a lot of XP, if I'm honest. But, you know, I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember the old BT adverts with Bob Hoskins, but every little helps. So, Stavoya, quite a distance. It's over here. And here is one of the areas where we do get utter pain in the arse. It will call all through here. No, you can't go there, it's land. Because the autopilot is very fucking simple. So, but we'll be going down that channel there. Again, I mean, this is one of the things. I love games like this because I've worked on boats and I have had many pleasant times on boats, on the sea and on inland waterways. And I'm a water baby. I absolutely adore being on a boat anywhere, to be quite frank. About the only thing I won't do is canals, because quite frankly they're bollocks. There's no tide, there's no nothing, and the cost in the UK for running a boat on the canals versus running a boat, as an example, on the Norfolk Broads is absolutely fucking staggering. I think my buddy used to pay, well, between us I think we paid about, I mean, it's a few years since we sold the boat, but it was about £1,200 a year, £1,100 a year, and that's to access the entire Norfolk Broads, which is like 250 odd miles of waterway. And you also get the rescue operators as well. To access the canals in the UK, I believe it's just for England as well, is over 2,000. It's like £2,500. It's absolutely insane. I mean, I kind of get it, but I mean, time was mainly down for a lot of it was, yeah, a lot of it was maintenance of the canal. Same as the boards, it's maintenance. A lot of it was for the lock keepers and people like that. Now, 90% of the damn locks on the canals in the UK, you got to do it yourself. You ain't got to worry about paying some big strong man who's going to come out and heave ho. No, you got to do the bugger yourself, and they are heavy. They're very, very thick. They're very, very strong. So yes, I'd much rather be on a boat like this than a canal boat. So, yes, that's enough jibber jabber. So what we're gonna, oh god, I'm hitting the wrong button. What we're gonna do, we're gonna get to Stavoya, we're gonna jump cut this bit. And we're gonna get to Stavoya, we're gonna drop off our cargo of food. And then we're gonna go to the rest of the places, So it's going to jump cut when we get into Stavoya, and we're going to time lapse just slightly faster than normal speed just while we do that, and then back in the boat. You'll see I'll do the mooring and the mooring and the undocking at real time. Dropping off our goods, picking up new goods, picking up new missions will be done time lapse, and these long, kind of boring sequences of just piloting the boat, especially when we leave Stavoya and we're going all the way up to Mastad. That's really quite something. So we're going to be... See now, how is that land? Honest to God, how is that fucking land? Ah, it's so annoying. They have really got to get that worked on. But we'll stick a bit of autopilot on just to get us past this bit. Fuck it. Okay, so that's probably going to be the last talking from me until the end of the video. So the next time you'll hear me will be when we are in Vayroy, unless something goes completely tits up.
Winter's cold, winter snow was the best time of my life. Will this ever come back? I ask since 2005. But nowadays people say this time will never come back. I hope they're not right. If you go down, I'll be with you for the time of my life. And I ask myself, how long will you survive under the treatment of your kids? You gave them all your life, and I tell you all the time, you don't have to walk the street for money. Even if they don't want, they need your body. I can watch you going under this time. They'll atone for their crimes. It's a roller coaster of emotions when I hear from you. I don't know what's good, don't know what's bad, I don't know what is true. But every time I see your face, I feel the touch of your warm embrace. I know your fragile looking body is worth to be saved. But now I wanna know, how long will you survive under the treatment of your kids? You gave them all your life, and I tell you all the time, you don't have to walk the street for money. Even if they don't want, they need your body. I can watch you going under this time. They'd atone for their crimes. They are
That was an awful bit of docking, I've got to admit. It really was. That was terrible. There is sometimes you can pull the boat in. Sometimes doesn't always allow you to. But obviously, as you can see, I mean, we're already on what, nearly 64,000 kroner, and we've got 18 is 36. 55. We've got about 100,000 kroner just in this that we're going to now deliver to Bayway. So we're going to do that, like I say, off camera, because it's going to be a lot of backwards and forwards. And I am very conscious that this video is already quite long. So, with that being said, as always, thank you very much for watching. if you enjoyed this video, or indeed you enjoy all the various videos I do, please do like and subscribe, as it does help and it is very much appreciated. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of this video, of this game, or indeed let me know in the comments if you'd like to see any other games. I do have quite a lot. There is a video on my channel, it's only a short video, that showcases some of the games that I do have. It's not all of them by any stretch of the imagination. If you want any of those, there is a vote link on it as well, where you can tick on a Google Sheet, and I will be notified of that. So in the meantime, this particular video is over for now. We will be back next week with another video on this game. Tomorrow will be, I'm not sure. It will either be Astrox Imperium, where the developer, Momo, has resurfaced. Apparently he's not been well, but there is now a planned 90 days where he will be updating the game to Unity 6. He's going to be doing as many updates as he possibly can, and the very final update will be the 2nd of May 2025. So we may well be doing that one, or I might leave that until he's done all the updates, and we'll come into that one in May. The other game I'm looking at and thinking about is Lumberjack's Dynasty, where you start just basically working to fix up your aunt and uncle's old lumber mill house and some small holding. It's a very fun game. I've got quite a lot of hours on it, and it is quite a lot of fun, because you've got a proper story to follow, you've got goals, it's a lot of fun. So it's going to be one of those two will be coming up tomorrow. So in the meantime, like I say, thank you very much for watching this video. And until next time, see you again soon. Bye bye.